Hi, everyone. Welcome. I see you guys are here. You're ready, and we don't want to waste your time. Thank you so much, everyone, for starting up our show. This is the first show of War
Yes.
on Hair Loss.
The war on hair loss.
I'm going to introduce my sister, my friend, Dabs, and girl. Just take it on. Let's get this started.
Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to see everybody join us. This is the War on Hair Loss show. I basically I'm a certified trichologist, and today I want to share with you guys most of what's been on my mind. Shola, have you introduced the topic? Or should I introduce myself? What would you
You know
say?
what? I want you to introduce yourself, and then from
Okay.
there we'll introduce the topic. So I'm gonna
Okay.
get off. I'm gonna let you introduce yourself. The floor is all yours.
All right. So, guys, my name is Davs Ogboru. I have been a certified trichologist for 5+ years, 2017. Most of the reason why I decided to do this was because of my own personal hair woes. I was dealing with a lot of breakage, damage, misinformation, relaxing my hair every single month, trimming my hair with nail scissors. I was just a mess with my hair. And like most of us, when growing up, we were not taught to care for our hair. We were taught to hide our hair away. So I stumbled on trichology a little over a decade ago, and I took my time to. I started out as a blogger, so I used to blog about hair care. Ninja Hair Can Grow is the name of my blog, and it transitioned to wanting to know more, wanting to learn more. What exactly is the science behind hair loss and hair care and all of that good stuff? And so I stumbled on trichology, and I decided to be a trichologist. And I got my certification, and I've set up in Houston, Texas. And Houston has been amazing to me. So I've been dealing with a lot of clients. If you follow my trichology page, nhcgtrichology.com, and my page on Instagram at NHCG Trichology. You will see my clients, you will see the testimonials, and you will see how I'm changing lives every single day. Thank you, Shola. You're really posting
Yeah,
that on.
I know, and
Yeah,
your work speaks for itself, and I'm a
thank
clear
you.
testimony of what you do with hair because what did I tell you when I've gone to this lady? She's not somebody that is like, oh, this is someone I found off the streets of the internet. No, I have actually gone to her. She's the
Yeah.
first person that ever touched my hair since I've been natural. She's the first person ever, and she is the first person ever in this life that ever touched my kids' hair. And my daughters,
True.
I mean, they're not babies, right?
No, they're not. I was
Yeah,
scared that day. I was like, ooh.
I know. My youngest is 13 years old, and today is my oldest birthday.
Yes, happy. I just saw that. Happy birthday,
Thank
Aniola.
you. Thank you.
Aw,
Yeah,
17.
yeah,
Wow.
she turned to 17 today, which is so amazing and
I
stuff.
know.
So we are going to get started. I'm so excited. You all I posted a page right there. I'm gonna also post a link to a page on the screen in the comment area. So I'm gonna put it right over here so that you guys can see. But we're gonna get started with the topic of today. We're doing the war on. What's the big deal with hair loss and all these different things that you got to do with your hair to grow your hair? So let's get started on that. We have notes. We're right on the one. And this series,
Yes.
let me just tell you that this is not a one-off thing. We're going to be doing this every month, okay? So
Yes,
every
yes,
month
yes.
we're going to be doing this. We're going to be talking about different aspects of hair care, scalp care, talking with a professional. She knows
Yes.
what she's doing. Please go to our page to see what she has done and follow her if you're having issues with alopecia and hair loss. Okay. So the first thing that I get a lot of questions. I get a lot of
Mm-hmm.
situations where people are dealing with minor hair loss, like, oh, my hair is breaking, my hair is coming out. What is going on? What can I do? And then there are people that they're like, okay, my crown is gone. What can I
Completely.
do? Why am
Mm-hmm.
I having this problem? Why is my hair not growing? So
Right.
those aspects of it, we're gonna break it down. And Dab, I want you to kind of talk about, let's talk about the one that most people are experiencing, and then we'll move on to
Mm-hmm.
more grave aspect of hair loss.
Mm-hmm. All right, all right. So the topic is what is the big deal about hair loss? And one thing I've noticed about people is they don't take things seriously until things have become too bad and too dire. And a lot of people don't care about their hair. What is hair? I'll wear a wig until they start to deal with major alopecia and major hair loss.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's one thing I've noticed, and that is why timing is everything when it comes to hair care and hair loss. When
yeah,
you're dealing with hair loss, the time is ticking every single day, and the decisions you make every single
mhm,
day will determine whether you still have that hair on your head or it falls right out.
yeah.
So did you want me to go into the growth
Yes.
cycle,
Yeah.
or
Yeah, let's start
okay?
with that because I think
Yeah,
when
the
people have a
basics.
basic understanding of that, they have a back-end scientific reason why some things are happening.
Yeah,
Okay, so
that's the
let's
truth.
yeah, let's
Yeah.
talk. Let's start with the hair cycle aspect.
Yeah,
And
so I,
hi
I
to
love to.
everyone.
Hi, everyone. I
So
love to start with the basics because when
yes,
you know the basics, then you can build on what you know. So with the
exactly.
hair cycle, there's like a side, your hair doesn't just fall out and grow out immediately.
Yeah.
It has a whole cycle, like the way we age and we go from baby to pre kids to pre-teen to teenager. That type of cycle is the same way our hair goes through a cycle, and this cycle is called the hair growth cycle. The anagen stage, the catagen stage, and the telogen stage. The anagen stage is the growth stage, is where your hair is usually between 2 to 6 years, depending on your gene, depending on your lifestyle, and there are a lot of things that determine how long your anagen stage will be, and it's active growth. So your hair is shooting through from the roots, through the follicle, through the scalp, and de- depending on how you care for it, is how long that hair is going to stay through the growth cycle, which is 2 to 6 years. Then
Okay.
we have the. Do you have a
I do
question?
have a question. So
Sure.
in those instances, I'm sorry to bother in. So in those
No.
instances when you're going through that cycle,
Mm-hmm.
what if in the case of some, I saw someone in the comment area talking about their hair loss due to chemo, and that was Demetria. She said her hair loss due to chemo, so it kind of gets obstructed or the cycle gets longer due to
Yes.
that. Can you explain more of that factor?
So that's what I was just saying about how things can disrupt your growth cycle. It's almost like even as a human being, things can disrupt if you don't eat enough nutrients, if you don't drink enough water or whatever. You can be dehydrated. You can lack some iron. You can lack some minerals. So it's the same thing with when someone goes through chemo. When you go through chemo, you're dealing with powerful medication that can disrupt your growth cycle to where your body kicks into telogen, which is actually the last stage. So there's a condition called telogen effluvium, and telogen effluvium is when your hair is falling out, the active shedding stage. So we have that catagen stage, your hair is resting or is transitioning, and then we now get to telogen stage. So a normal healthy person will go through that growth cycle without any disruption. But once there's any form of medication or lifestyle change, stressors, blood issues, iron mineral issues, then there's a disruption in that cycle, and that is how you can move to the telogen stage. You can speed past the anagen stage. So for someone like Demetria, is that her name? She
Yes.
Demetria, she the chemo has pushed her stage to telogen, basically. So the telogen stage, well, some people will say exogen, but it's usually anagen, catagen, telogen, and then exogen is like full on shedding, like shedding stage. But at telogen and exogen, there's no more growth happening. there's no more nothing you can do about the follicle at that point to make the hair like grow longer or keep that hair in the follicle. It's outlived its cycle and it's going to fall out soon after.
Okay.
So most of these hard, powerful medications will push your hair past the growth stage, and you start to notice a lot of hair falling out than usual.
Okay. One question someone had was there, is there a way for us to kind of lengthen this growth cycle? So I think that will go towards some of the things that we're saying, like,
Yeah, we're gonna talk about later on. Do
yeah,
you want us to speed through?
okay. I think they saw our notes, but we'll be getting to
Yes, they must have seen our notes.
that. So
So
let
hold
us.
your horses.
I know we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna do Q&A session, but as Dabs is talking, we're gonna talk about that. And you know what? Let's move on, and we're gonna talk about what is happening right now. What is happening? What the new FDA approved products that people are using that is claiming to extend the growth cycle that you're seeing, Rhonda. And Rhonda has I believe it was Soka that talked about the lengthening the growth. And Rhonda was also saying that she was trying to grow her edges back and stuff. So I know you talked about the cycle. We talked about hair loss in terms of the cycle when
Yeah,
your hair is lost without. But then there are other aspects of hair loss where people lose their edges due to postpartum, for example,
exactly.
um, or due to styles,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
traction. Mm-hmm.
traction. So
Mm-hmm.
for the edges, what have you seen in your field before we go into the
Right.
what happenings discussion? What have
What's
you seen in
happening
your
now?
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
what have you seen in your field that has been the main culprit of what is causing hair loss in most Afro women's hair?
Awesome, awesome. So in my field, there's two types of women. There's women that have actively participated in causing their hair loss. So those are women that have done styles and are wearing wigs. They're gluing those wigs and tracks on their hair. They're not shampooing. They're not deep conditioning. They have actively participated in causing the hair loss to where they're now dealing with traction, alopecia, and things that are reversible actually if you
Yeah.
catch them early. Now, there's the second type of woman, and that's the woman who hormonally hair
Yeah.
loss has been triggered, not to any specific action of hers, but mainly from a deficiency or from a genetic point of view. And she's now dealing with hair loss, and they look different. So, where there's traction alopecia and there's active, like you pulled your hair out type hair
Yeah.
loss,
Yeah.
it's usually along the hairline and usually um, just around the hairline, the crown, and I wouldn't even say deep into the crown, but just usually where you can cause tension.
Yeah.
But then the hormonal hair loss is usually in the crown where the whorl of the hair is. The whorl is where the growth of the hair starts.
Yeah.
So that area will usually be affected. Sometimes, if you have a condition called alopecia areata, it could be just a coin sized hair loss that just falls out. That one is autoimmune and it's
Mhm.
triggered by different things.
Okay.
We can't pinpoint what causes it, but we know that just adjusting your lifestyle a little bit can
Yeah.
go a long way into healing your body, naturally healing your body.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's so important that you said that because we do have a Facebook group called Discovery Natural Group where people help each other, and a lot of people they've changed their lifestyle from what they've learned on the group. They've started using like Ayurvedic herbs. They've used
Yeah.
products that you manufacture, and Dabs she makes her own hair products. So you guys, you have to check out our website for that. I put the link on there. And another thing that I just want to tell you is that not only when you start having this issue, it's very important to see a professional instead of just trying to cook up stuff all the time, because once they catch it early, they can treat it. And I've told you, Dabs is someone that I go to when I
Yeah.
want like serious look at my scalp, see what's going on. And I even brought one of my friends, she's like in her 60s, to look at the scalp. And
Yeah.
Dabs, I just want to tell you that our scalp is doing phenomenal. She's doing so good. Our hair is picking up. So you guys, and if you feel like, I know Dabs is in Houston, Texas, Sugarland
Yes,
area, but she can communicate with you all over the world. So
naturally.
anywhere you are, anywhere all over the world, she can consult with you and you will not be disappointed. I'm going to take a little segue right now before we even dive into the main topic to
Hmm.
show you the uh, the
What's
page,
happening
that's
now?
the website. So
Hmm.
the website that we're talking about today is the
Hmm.
War on. We have a website called War
A
on
war on the hair.
Hair Care, on hair loss. So
Yes.
I'm going to share that website right now so that you all can see it. Please go to this website, and once you get in, this is what it's going to look like. And what you want to do is you want to put your email in there.
Want to sign
Okay,
up.
I'm going to put my
Hmm.
email, and you just want to sign up like that. You see, so easy.
Yes.
Okay, and
Now
then
we're
yes,
gathering professionals. So we want like a directory of trichologists, cosmetologists. We want this war to be won. So we're
yes,
getting the best of the best. If you are a cosmetologist, a trichologist, a dermatologist that is in the practice of healthy hair, please put in your details to join us. We'd love to send clients your way. There are people looking for your services, and
yes.
we want them to be able to be in safe hands and professional hair care.
Yes. So this is very important. I'm also going to paste it on the page. I'm going to paste it all over. And once you come in there, we're going to have discussions and topics starting
Yeah,
off. And you can see how things work and how
yeah.
everything works and stuff. So please do check it out. Okay.
Okay.
So we're going to get onto the discussion of the happenings. I want to go through, we're going to answer your questions, so stick around. We're also gonna do a giveaway.
A
So
quiz.
you want to stick around. You don't want to go. And this is like a 1 hour session. We've already passed like 20 minutes of it. So please
Hmm.
stick around. So
Yes.
what is happening? Okay. So
It's
people are talking about this new FDA. Should I pop up the website?
we could. I hope. I
Yeah,
mean, it's
I can
okay.
do.
It's
Yeah.
public knowledge. Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes.
let me put out the website right here. So there's this website that talks about uh 2021. When 2021, the year is almost to an end.
I
My lord.
know. It's
Okay.
almost ending.
Yeah. So this is the website right over here.
Yes.
And this website talks about the 7 best, okay, in quotes, hair growth supplements on the market. Okay. So if you look through, you have number one, Nourish
Nourish Villa.
Vita.
Vita. Vita. Nourish
Vita.
Vita. Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna look through the comment area. You all, I want, if you've used any of this,
Please
let us
let
know.
us know. Yes.
Yeah, let us know. We want to know if you've used any vitamins and you're like, oh my gosh, this vitamin works and stuff. So yeah, so what do you think? Let's start with Dabs. Tell us about all these vitamins.
So this is my take. Just full disclosure, or what they call that thing. This is my take on websites like this, because what happens is I have a lot of clients that they rely heavily on Google search to come up with solutions before they will even go to a professional. So for instance, I put in hair growth supplements and this pops up. I'm
Mhm.
excited. Yay, they're giving me 7 of the best hair growth supplements on the market. But the issue about websites like this, and I'm not speaking specifically to this website because
Mhm.
this looks like a thorough research. But
Yeah.
the issue about stuff like this is sometimes they might be sponsored,
Mhm.
especially when they have direct links like this: visit website, come to website, click this link. They
Mhm.
might be sponsored to where you start to question why and how authentic is this information that they're giving you, and what's the differentiating factor between this and say another supplement.
Yeah.
So that aside, I looked through most of the ingredients in these supplements, and if I'm being honest, if you eat a healthy diet,
Yeah. You can get a lot of it. Yeah.
you can get half of these supplements. But
Yeah.
going to, I love how they did the pros and cons. If you go scroll down, you see the pros,
Yeah, I
you
saw
see the
that.
cons. Yes.
I saw
And
that, and
mm-hmm,
I do like how they have the information, but
mm-hmm,
the cons is very, in some areas is sketchy, like this one.
mm-hmm.
Let me move us so that people can see
Okay,
the
yeah, they can
cons.
see. Yeah.
And I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger
Okay.
so that you all can see. So the cons is a bit sketchy, and I'll
Mm-hmm.
tell you why.
Mm-hmm.
The cons is only talking about supply.
Supply.
It's not talking about the main thing, meaning does this product really do?
Work.
When you stop using the product, does your hair start falling out again?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, is this something that you
Mm-hmm.
have to use till you are gone?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that is what I look at when it comes. I've done a lot of trying hair
Oh,
products.
yes, you have.
Yeah, and me as an let me tell you something. Me as an influencer,
Yeah.
there's some things that I do, and my people that watch me and they follow me and they come on when I'm live and whatever, they see when I use a product, they'll see me using a product consistently, showing the result. And then if it's a product, somebody, for example, I'll throw out a product name now, Uhuru
Mm-hmm.
Natural. So
Mm-hmm.
Uhuru Natural, back in, I want to say April,
Mm-hmm.
May, they contacted me and they're like, okay, we have this hair product that
Mm-hmm.
is supposed to work and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and it has biotin, it has all that stuff. And they said, give it a try and let us see. And I say, you know what? Because it's a product that is supposed to help. They didn't say, oh, it's going to grow your hair rapidly. They said
Right.
it's supposed to help with slow hair growth. It has
Mm-hmm.
Ayurvedic herbs. And I looked at
Mm-hmm.
the ingredient because I'm a
They
big
were
believer
great.
in ingredients. So I
Right.
looked at the ingredients and I said, the ingredients support their claim. So
Hmm.
what am I going to do? I'm going to consistently, for the next 3 months, I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
only use this product. And
Mm-hmm.
by me doing that, I didn't use other products. So
Mm.
other brands that were contacting me, I'm like, okay, see me in 3 months time because I really
Mm-hmm.
want to test out. And it did work. It did do what it's supposed to do. Did my hair grow down to my toes? No. But I
Mm-hmm.
could see areas of my hair where I had some issues, and
Mm-hmm.
it was like my scalp didn't itch me like how it will itch me once
It
in a while.
fostered a healthy environment for your
Exactly.
follicles to
And that
grow.
and that
That
was their
is
claim. So there's
right.
a huge difference between
Yes.
a claim that says, "Oh, use this product and your hair will never stop growing." And
Right.
people know me, I'm a huge stickler for
Mm-hmm.
those YouTube videos, and I've
Mm-hmm.
I've actually ranted on them before, that says, "Use these two products, your
In
hair
three
will never stop
days.
growing." I hate it.
Yes.
I truly hate it. And when I say talk about it, they come at
Mm-hmm.
me. I mean, you
Mm-hmm.
guys don't see the back. They come at
I
me
know,
like,
I can
"We can't believe you
imagine.
said that. You're trying to do." And I'm like, "Look, I says it when I says it, the way I says it." Hey, I'm a grown woman. I can pretty
Ah.
much have you guys as my children. But you know what I mean? It's about
Yeah.
time that we stop um telling people something that doesn't work. Do I still show products of hair products that, oh, they claim that work? Yes, I will still show it, because who knows? It might work for you. You might try it out.
Exactly.
And as an
Exactly.
influencer, I will show a product and I will say, okay, you can give it a try, see how it works, and I will keep on trying it out. Let's
Right.
try together, okay, and see
Mm-hmm.
what happens.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The
So,
thing about it is,
mhm,
most times is the claim. So we have to be very careful about the wording on the products. And also, most importantly, we have to be able to read ingredient lists to
yes,
know what they're putting in that product. And usually, I don't know if you know anything about INC and how
yes,
how yes. So the more of an ingredient is in a product, the higher in the
it
listing.
is.
So if
Yes,
you see aqua like water first, then know that that ingredient has most of most of its
yes,
content as water. So you really need to be able to know what you're shopping from the ingredient list rather than from the label and all the promises they make. Because most
Yeah.
of these words might be just sales, sale words just
Yeah.
to get you to purchase.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And it's very important for us to know this. Yeah, for us to know all this stuff. Now, Dabs, I want to you to talk more about. I know we showed the product and we showed these vitamins and stuff. I
Mm-hmm.
want you to also talk about in the aspect of alopecia.
Yeah.
What are the different types of alopecia, and how are these drugs affecting these different types of alopecia?
Okay. So remember when I said there could be where alopecia where you actively participated in causing the alopecia, and there's alopecia where you really don't know why it's triggered or it's hormonally triggered. So those different types of alopecia require different types of treatments, different types of action too. So, for instance, with the traction alopecia, literally all you need to do is stop whatever is causing the tension. Even if you completely stopped it, you would start to see, first of all, you have to even take note of it early, because
Yeah.
what happens is we are born with a certain number of follicles. So if you have 10, 100,000 follicles when you were born, you will
Mm-hmm.
have 10, 100,000 follicles, and they can either close up, get damaged, and just completely not work, or you can keep them. So what happens is when you cause things like traction, tension, they can damage follicles. And once your follicles are damaged, they're damaged for good.
Yeah.
So you want to prevent that, basically. So with that type of alopecia, if you still have follicles, like we're looking at these pictures now, there's some people that the follicles are completely damaged. And because of that, the hair will not be able to push through that follicle. It's closed up, or
Mm-hmm.
it's scarred, or it's damaged. Now, with that kind of follicle, you will not be able to produce hair. And that's why we see the permanent hair loss some people deal with. And then if you have the follicles, all you need to do is stop the tension and the traction. Now you need to stimulate growth. So in my office, I have a picture of the chart, the follicles and the hair and everything. And one thing you will notice is the root of a hair strand is deep into the epidermis of the hair, of the scalp. It's not just something that is just hanging here. It's deep in, and what's feeding it are blood vessels, all sorts of tiny blood vessels. But the problem with those blood vessels is because they're so tiny, they can easily break off supply,
Mm-hmm.
become weak, divert somewhere else that needs more blood,
Yeah.
that type of thing. So, what you want to do when you start to deal with hair loss is you want to stimulate that area to where the blood starts to flow, the blood vessels are strengthened and nourished, there's space. I do some scalp examinations, and
Oh yeah.
the clogging of these follicles, I can't even see. I'm like, how do you expect oxygen or anything to go into these follicles? So you want to keep things clean. These edge controls that we use, I use some today, but I'm going to make sure I wash it at the end
Yeah.
of the
And
day,
just clean it.
Yes, because you want your follicles to be free and to be healthy and to be nourished. Now, that's the traction alopecia. So I would say stimulation does work a whole lot, and using the right type of products and cleansers, and it won't hurt to use a hair thinning serum, one of which we have on our website. If you use that hair thinning serum, usually what will happen is it will go in there and it will stimulate, because it has a lot of essential oils. It's not on this page, I think it's
Oh,
more
which one?
on the other shop
On the other
page.
one? This one?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes, yes. So that thinning serum is very good. If you go scroll down a little bit, it's very good for the hairline. And now when we come to hormonal, we're working from inside out. If you keep scrolling, I think it's maybe Yes, that one.
This one, the
On
DHT
no,
blocker.
no,
Oh, the
this one on
thinning.
the, yes, the
Yeah.
thinning serum. And I use
Mhm.
myself as an example. You see, one thing about me is I like to be very
Yes.
transparent. I like
Yes.
to, I was dealing with a widening gap. If you see that parting was starting to get wider and wider, and I just swung into action and started using my thinning serum, and it filled out. And so a lot of people will wait till it's completely gone, like it's clean, before
Yeah.
they start taking action. This has a lot of natural essential oils. It has saw palmetto. It does have minoxidil, which is something we can dive into towards the end of our chat, because
Yeah.
it's controversial. We can even talk about it
Yeah.
completely another episode.
Yeah.
Drag
Different
people in.
ingredients. Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. So with the hormonal hair loss now, let me quickly touch on that. We need to be working internally.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yes.
a lot of people think, we're just going to rub something magical and your hair is going to grow. With hormonal, I take my clients through a journey of reevaluation. You need to reevaluate what your body is doing. Some of them, I will send them off for a blood test. We started doing mineral tests on our website. We will take a little bit of your hair, we'll send it to a lab, and my clients have found out some of them have toxins, some of them have been exposed to some kind of harsh chemicals. Some of them have very low vitamin B, vitamin
Mm-hmm.
D.
Yeah.
All of those things will affect how the hair is being produced. When I get those results, then I have like a full picture of what's really going on with their hair.
Yeah.
And then we can now tailor make a regimen that includes internal nourishment, proteins, different supplements like the ones we just examined, vitamins that they can take in, as well as external things that you can do, just like the DHT blocker and shampoo, because DHT is a major, major
Oh,
culprit.
tell me
It's a
about it.
culprit when it comes to that type of hair loss. So we want to take all those DHT hormones out from from the sweat and all of that.
Yeah.
So it's a whole cumulative approach. And the
Mm-hmm.
reason for one hair loss is to make people aware of the actionable steps that they can take.
Yeah.
Enough of information grabbing. We've grabbed so much information. There's so much information out there. But
Yeah.
what are the actionable steps? The
Yeah.
One Hair Loss platform is a platform where you can reach out and say, give me actionable steps, and we can connect you. We are going to be the bridge to connect you to these professionals. It's enough of groping in the darkness, wondering what to do next, and
Mm-hmm.
waiting till it's too late. What triggered this for me was I had a client that said, I have many clients that have said, I wish I met you 5 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
10 years ago, 15 years ago. Why didn't I know this information? Or why did I sleep on this for so long? And now they're working their way back. So, what I'm trying to do with One Hair Loss is to make sure we're a step ahead of the game. We're
Mm-hmm.
knowing things in advance. And I'm not just talking knowing them to know them, knowing them to take actionable steps. So,
Yeah.
that's really what we're trying to do here.
Yeah. So you all, if you have not yet gone to the website, please go to the website, sign in, and so that you can get. And this is free stuff, and you're gonna have
Stuff.
professional.
Yeah.
There's nothing. Knowledge is powering. Is empowering. When you have the knowledge, even if you get a different product, you know what
Yeah.
to look for. You know when it doesn't work. You know why it wouldn't work, and
Yeah.
you know how to stop wasting your money on things that don't work. And we have several things coming up along the way, so
Woo, it's
please.
going to be exciting, you
It
guys.
is. I'm actually excited about it. I'm
Woo!
excited to, just talk about it and stuff. And
Mhm.
I want you guys to also know that, this space is a non-judgmental space.
Oh, yes.
So whenever you come and share,
Yes.
you're able to come on. So maybe we'll do a session where, people can come on, and
We should.
I think I can accept about up to 10 people actually on my
Great.
thing.
Yeah.
So people can come on, and I'll put the link to how to join.
Yeah.
And yeah, so thank you, Dabs. We're going to move on, and I'm going to do, because we want to give enough time for Q&A.
All
So
right.
let's do the quiz of the day, and this is our giveaway. So the quiz of today is,
Mm-hmm.
what does FDA stand for?
Stand for.
F
What
as in
does
Frank,
FDA stand
D
for?
as in David, A as in Apple. What does it stand for? And the first person in the chat wins
Mm-hmm.
a free hair loss checklist.
Checklist
So
sent
you're gonna,
directly
it's
to
a,
your
yeah,
email.
send directly to you. They're gonna give you a checklist and stuff. So let's see the first person that should answer. What? Okay, we have someone that just answered right now.
Yay! That was quick.
Yay! That
Faster
was
fingers.
good. That was quick. I'm
Food
going
and
to.
Drug Administration. Yay!
Yay! Hi, Lauren. Lauren Lane. Thank you. Oh, federal. We got that
Wait,
was
wait,
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 wait.
wait. That was
What is? Wait.
no,
Let's
no, 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 no,
confirm.
no. We got okay. No, 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 no.
What does
Y'all,
FDA stand for?
FDA.
Yes,
I
that's
that was the first person to answer, but did you answer it right?
exactly
Did you answer it
FDA.
right? Right.
I think she did, though.
She
I think,
did. It's the
yeah.
Food and Drug Administrator. People are trying to confuse me over here.
Yeah, they're trying to trick us.
They're trying to treat it's not federal, it's food. That is why the FDA, when you buy food or buy drugs, you always want to see approved, FDA approved. So thank you, Lauren. Lauren, you are the first person. So Dabs, you have a name right there.
Congrats, Lauren. No, I
So
think she should leave her email. Then we're just
yes,
going to send her the downloadable
yeah. So
checklist.
Lauren, please send me your like if you have on if you have Facebook, you
Mm-hmm.
can send me your email directly on Facebook. Send me a message on Discovery Natural on Facebook, and I'll be able to give you the information that you need. So that's how we're gonna do it. Thank you. Good job, Lauren. So yay. See, if I had my microphone, I have this microphone thing that has clapping, but
Ah,
no, girl, when we're setting up all this stuff, I was like,
uh,
I don't want to jinx
next show, next
anything.
show, next show. We're coming
Next,
with the
yeah,
with all the bells and whistles.
yes, yes, yes. Now, we're gonna move on to Dab. Is you're gonna tell us? Can you tell us more about? Let me hide the comment right here. So,
Okay.
what are we expecting? What other stuff are we? You've already told us pretty much, but what
Yeah.
else are we expecting in future
Episodes.
episodes?
So
Yeah.
we're gonna have guests, of course. Guests will range from nutritionists to trichologists to cosmetologists to motivational speakers, because hair loss is beyond the physical, and I think a lot of people know this. It can affect your self-esteem to where a lot. I had a client look herself in the mirror and say, "I hate my hair.
Hmm.
It's the worst feature God gave me." And I froze because I was like, wow, this is going deep. This is
Yeah.
beyond just hair on her head. And she just went on and on. At the end of
Yeah.
the day, I gave her a hug because
Mm.
I knew that this was now. How about the client that I put her hair in a ponytail? She hadn't been had her hair in a ponytail in 5 years.
Wow.
Tears coming down her eyes. I couldn't
Mm.
believe it. I was like, why are you crying? She's like, I haven't seen my hair in a ponytail in five
Mm.
years. So it's going
Is
beyond
it?
these people. I'm telling you, they are not 80,
Mm.
70, 50. Even
Yeah.
50 is too young these days,
Mm.
These people are like 30s, some of them, they're like early 40s, and they're going through life feeling like they need to hide or they need to be ashamed that about
Yeah.
their hair, or it's too late. And the truth of the matter is never too late if you are put in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
So we're going to put you in the driver's seat to where even if you're not getting complete recovery, with hair flowing down your back, but you have actionable steps, as I've been saying, that
Yeah.
make you feel empowered, that make you feel like I know what I'm doing, that make you, when you're massaging your hair, you know exactly what is
Mm-hmm.
happening in your scalp and how it's going to affect your hair. So it's going to be a lot of collaboration with other professionals.
Yeah.
We're going to hopefully get to the point where we are working with brands, like not just product brands. I'm talking about people like the American Association for Hair Loss or
Yeah.
Alopecia Awareness websites and stuff like that. to where we're spreading our one hair loss mission far and wide. So
Yeah.
it's you need to follow us on Instagram. I
Yeah.
have like maybe 0 followers right now
Because we're just
because I
starting.
just
We're just starting. So you guys go follow. We're
on.
just starting.
Yes, everything is fresh, is brand new, and it's always good to get in when it's new because
Mm-hmm.
when we are blown, it
Yeah.
might be harder to reach. But we're going to always try and be accessible to where you can reach out to us and get information. But it will be best to follow us on Instagram, one hair loss, and also to follow our sign up for our newsletters on our website
Yeah.
so that we can reach you directly and
So
regularly.
yeah. So I'm gonna bring up
Oh, you
the
just followed us. Thank you.
yay. I want to show by example. Mm-hmm.
Yes,
So
thank
let
you.
me let me let me put my walk into my talk. Okay.
Yes, all of
Yeah.
this was done
You,
last
you
night.
you know what? Good job, girl. I'm someone that I listen to. This is the Instagram page. I listen to
Yes.
Les Brown. I don't know
Okay.
if you know Les Brown. He's a motivational speaker. I listen to him nearly
I don't
every
know him.
morning while I'm
Okay.
running and walking.
Okay. I should check
And
him out.
he said one day is like, let's put our, we talk a lot. We talk a lot.
Tell
There are a
me
lot of people
about
that will
it.
say, oh yeah, I know. Okay, don't do this.
Mm.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna
Mm-hmm.
use this. I'm not gonna do this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh sure. Oh, I hear you, girl. But we
Yeah.
don't put our walking into that talking. When we start,
Facts.
Les Brown said that, like when we start, I know I'm not quoting him exactly, but
Mm-hmm.
when we start putting our walk into our talk, things happen. That is
Yes.
when things happen. So
Yes.
if you're dealing with hair loss right now and you are
Yes.
not putting your walk, your talking, whatever you're jabbering about, like, oh, this product doesn't work, blah, 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 blah. Okay, get a product that works, stick to it,
Yes. Yes.
take some actions, see a trichologist like Dabs over here who might
Yes.
see, and just put your walk into your talking. So
You
you
guys are
then,
following.
yeah,
Yay! Thank
yes.
you.
So I'm gonna
Yes,
refresh
yes,
it
yes.
again, and
Let's
we
get this
have more
war on hair
people.
loss going.
Thank
Yes.
you guys. Thank you. So Dabs is gonna add the link.
Mm-hmm.
I know she just created this, but she's gonna add the
Just
link
now. Yeah.
in there. She's gonna do so many wonderful stuff. So please go to the Instagram page and add it in there. So Dabs, I'm
Yes.
gonna go on to question and answer if that's okay
Okay.
with you,
Yeah, that's
because
perfect.
I promise people that won't take so much of time.
Yeah,
So
1 hour.
yeah, I'm gonna take you off the screen briefly.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you can always chime in as I bring you back. I'm gonna bring you
Sure.
back in. Don't worry.
Sure.
You know what? Let me just keep you on there because you look so beautiful, right?
Ah, thank
I know. That is my sister. She's my sister.
I
I'm just,
know.
I'm like,
You're
me
amazing.
and now we're the same age. You
You
guys,
are amazing.
for real.
Don't let
Hey.
me fall my banner. Oh my god.
Yeah, okay, so let's go with the first question. And I'm going down my list from the beginning. The ones we've answered, I will let you know that we're gonna answer. And thank you so much. Love Soka said that she's gonna suggest a friend visits a trichologist. Remember,
Definitely.
you can reach out to Dabs wherever you are all over the world as long as you're on planet Earth.
And
So
we're
you can
getting and we're getting a community of other trichologists
other
to join.
people,
So
yes.
you'll be able to connect we'll be able to connect you if you want to see someone physically.
Yeah. So Rhonda says that she's trying to grow her edges. We already talked, and she said, what do you recommend? Is there anything particular you recommend? I know you've talked about your diet, which is important.
Yeah.
Nutritionist is important. The way that you style your hair, and
Yeah.
even at night, sometimes we tie tight stuff. Like I try not to tie it on my
Mm.
hairline, but on my
Yes, on a
forehead.
forehead, yes.
So any other,
That and a serum is good, but you
yeah,
have to take those actionable steps prior to.
yes,
So the serum is not going to be the answer to everything, but
yeah.
it's definitely going to, as I said, stimulate that area. So a serum, a scalp massager, definitely, and avoid all those things that Shola just said.
Yeah, like and also like glues. Try and if you can avoid those glues and stuff. I know if
The
you
worst,
can. Yeah,
the
I
worst, the
know.
worst,
I
the
know. We
worst.
answered the question that love soccer. Let me start putting the questions on the screen. We've already
Impossible
answered
to learn
this.
them. growth cycle.
Yeah, we answered that earlier on.
Yes.
So the next question is from Kathy J. Hi, Kathy. Kathy
Hi,
said, "Can
Kathy.
okay?" Kathy said, "Can shampoo cause your hair to fall out? I am noticing the lot of hair loss after using a shampoo. Care to share what shampoo that is?"
Let's
I
run.
know. I know one that actually people on my Facebook group, they've actually
Really?
like,
That
oh, this,
causes hair loss? Wow. So
yeah,
any product
can,
whatsoever can cause hair loss.
yeah,
Any product. So there's
mm,
even something called contact dermatitis, and that is even it might not cause hair loss, but it might cause your scalp to start reacting
yeah,
to the product. So if it has chemicals in it, if it's manufactured, it's not natural. Even natural products can cause hair loss. So
yeah.
I
Too
would,
much of a
if you
good, too much of a,
suspect,
yeah, hmm,
yeah, if you suspect that the shampoo is causing the hair loss, completely eliminate it for like 3 months and
yeah.
see. And if there's a reduction with the hair loss, then yes, the shampoo was the
Yeah.
culprit.
And I'm so glad you mentioned some natural hair products because
Hmm.
even natural stuff that people cook up in their kitchen, sometimes the amount, sometimes you don't know how they're reacting. So you have to be very careful. I do a lot of DIYs. I've not done them in a while just because I've been more focused on commercial products and things that
Hmm.
people make
Hmm.
because most people don't have time. Lord
Yeah,
knows I don't have, gosh, I'm
you're
too busy.
busy.
I don't even know how I get, I mean, but I'm busy, but I have
I don't know how you do it.
I
You
know, and
are
like you know what,
eh,
it amazes me because even with Facebook and YouTube here channel, I also have a family channel called DN Vlogs Life where I vlog every single day. So, but you know what, I don't even know how I do. I have a clone. She's in the closet here.
yes.
You know,
Now that makes sense.
okay, so we're going to go on to the next question, which is from Rhonda. Hi, Rhonda. Rhonda says, "What about hair loss due to hair glue?" I think we talked about that.
Depends on the extent. Yes.
Yeah,
If the follicles are there, I always say if there's follicles, there's hope. If there are no follicles, then we might as well think of a transplant, which
exactly.
is 50-50%. So
Yeah,
it's a 50-50 chance with the transplant. So
yeah,
you have
yeah.
the follicles. So I would, Rhonda, I will recommend you get a scalp examination to where
Mhm.
you will use a trichoscope to see whether you have follicles or not.
Yeah,
Yeah, if they're open, the trichoscope will usually show, and a trichoscope is just like a microscope that magnifies the follicles of the hair.
yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
it's yeah. So that's one thing, and those are things that you can just get it at home and like, okay, can someone look at my
You need to
follicles?
know what you're looking at.
Yeah, exactly. And I think the
Yeah.
same answer will go to Willie Mays, who asked that she has hair loss at the top and she was wondering how to grow it back. So I think the viability of the follicle is also
Yeah.
something that one
How
can
long the
do.
hair loss has been. So
Yeah,
once it's more than 5 years, the chances drop like by 50%.
yeah,
So you want if it's within a 5 year range, 2 years is like ideal. We can recover that. But
hmm,
after I pass 2 years to like 5 years, it gets dicey. After 5 years, we're looking at management at that point. You
yeah,
might be able to, so the thing is, I always tell my clients, we map out the areas that we can work with. So if
hmm,
there are patches all around, we can work on those areas that will cover the main baldness.
hmm,
So if you had coverage to cover the main baldness, I'm sure you might not care as much. So
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
And I think
Hmm.
the same answer will go for Kathy J, who has lost the hair in front and also at the back. So, and
Oh, she's stressed. Stop
she's
stressing.
stressed. I was
Stressing
going to
will
say that.
cause more hair loss.
Girl,
Yes.
let me tell you something. Not only hair loss,
Yes.
stress is really bad. People that have watched
Hmm.
me on my Facebook Live back in May or whatever, they
Mm-hmm.
know that stress is really bad because not only if you're
It causes.
older in
Yeah.
age, it
Yeah.
causes a lot of damage internally.
Yes.
And even me that how old am I? I'm 45 right now, minus a couple of years,
You mean
but
35?
35.
What's going on here? Back don't crack.
you know anyway, so but stress will cost a lot of things. For me this year
Yeah.
I got shingles, which is
What?
like fire. Yeah, I know. I was
Wow.
like, what in the world is this? I thought
And
this
it
was
was
old
stress
people.
induced?
stress induced. My
Hmm.
husband was in the hospital. I was like so stressed out. So
Oh.
it was like,
He's
hello,
fine now.
oh yeah, yeah, but then I can't take the vaccine because I have to wait till I'm 50.
Oh, really? Because of the
I,
shingles?
yeah, until I'm 50, I'm eligible to get the vaccine. So stress is, people don't know that.
Wow.
And I did a video on DN Vlogs Live about my experience with shingles because there was no, I couldn't find any videos, any pictures of black people that had shingles.
Yes, to me, I didn't think black people get shingles.
See, I mean, so I put myself
Honestly.
out there. I exposed myself. Pretty much, you see my body. It went up all over.
Oh
And I
no.
filmed everything to show people. And
Oh
every
no.
day people are telling me that, oh my gosh, I didn't know black people got shingles. And I'm
Me
like,
too.
I'm like,
Wow.
yeah. So I didn't know either.
See,
And then
knowledge
we
is
don't
power. That's
and we
what I
don't
keep
talk
saying.
about it. See, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
sorry to just divert out of the questions people are asking, but we don't talk about it. We don't talk
Stress.
about situation when we have hair loss, we cover it up with something else.
Right.
When we have all this stuff, we don't talk about it. So it's very important for us. I mean, Kathy J said, should she see a dermatologist or trichologist?
I'm about to say something controversial.
Yeah,
It is
say it.
that dermatologist and
Okay,
trichologist thing.
so who should
Being
they
being
see?
biased. So with a dermatologist, one thing I've noticed, I've had clients come from dermatology
Yeah.
practices to me. The dermatologists are more like textbook. So they will
Mm.
give you more, take this medication. Some of them will not even examine your scalp. It's like, oh, okay, your symptoms are this. Take this medication and come
Yeah.
back to me in another few months. It's almost like a textbook approach.
Oh
But
yeah.
trichologists, we are trained to look at things holistically.
Yeah.
We're trying to look at your diet. We're trying to look at your scalp. We're trying to actually go in there and walk through your hair with you. And if you go on my page, you will see me actually digging through hair, and exfoliating and administering serum and
Yeah.
doing the micro needling and the derma rolling. So a trichologist is more hands-on so
Yeah.
that you are even seeing how to handle your hair. A
Hmm.
dermatologist will not show you how to comb your hair,
Yeah.
but a trichologist will show you this is how you comb your hair so you lose
Exactly.
less hair.
Yeah.
So for me, when it comes to hair loss and hair care, a trichologist is who you see when you're actively in a hair loss situation.
Yeah.
And that's my own take, everybody's.
I mean, I agree with you. To be honest with
Mm-hmm.
you, I have one trichologist and I have a dermatologist, and I'll tell you why. So
Okay.
my trichologist is Dabs, right here.
Hey,
So she's
hey.
she's the only trichologist. Whenever people talk to me, I'm like, go to NH.
And you have, oh my God, you brought so many people. God bless you.
It's
Like,
you
you're
do what's
amazing.
right,
You are
and
amazing.
I believe in, if somebody is doing something, let me put my head there. Let me see what she's doing. She is the one that
Mm.
even got me started using the Revere blow dryer. She's the one that this is okay option.
Yes.
And and I'm sorry to make your head swell right now. She's so
It's
amazing.
it's
She's so
about to
gentle.
explode.
You're so gentle with hair
Oh.
care and stuff. And my daughters, they're like, oh, and they love it. And she just handles the hair well. And
Oh,
she just
thank you.
really goes in there, looks at your scalp and stuff. If you guys have not seen the video, check it out. Um, then the dermatologist, I got the
Mm-hmm.
dermatologist because of my shingles. So I only do
Oh, I
dermatologist for
see.
skin.
Skincare,
And
I know.
my youngest daughter, she had acne, a
Mm.
pores, she had bacteria inside, so they had to go in there and stuff. So she has a
Wow.
dermatologist for that. And
Mm-hmm.
so we don't, when we go to dermatologist, we don't do, no, 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 it has not to do. If we have a problem with our head, go to a trichologist.
Mm,
Okay.
mm,
If you have a
mm.
problem with your skin, then you go to that is how I'd say I go to a
Mm-hmm.
dermatologist if it has to do with my derma,
Yeah.
whatever area and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I'm seeing Susan also was wondering the difference between that. I want to give
Okay.
a shout out to Sheila Square, who says she actively participated in hair loss, unfortunately. However, that
It's
was
not too late.
yeah,
It's not too
she has
late.
learned so much from tuning in to Discovering Natural. So I want to say a big
That's good.
thank you.
That's good.
Um, I also want to give an honorable mention to Sasha Jackson. Sasha said that 2 days ago she went to
Mm-hmm.
the barber and her
Mm-hmm.
barber told her to stop relaxing her hair. So she
Mm.
got a haircut 2 days
Okay,
ago.
welcome,
Yeah.
welcome.
So now she is learning how to care for her hair.
Take better
Please,
care.
you know, follow us, follow War on Hair Loss so that you don't, you're just a clean plate right now. You're like a plate ready to be served. Okay.
This is exactly this is
So
the ample time. This is the best time to start.
exactly, exactly.
Yes,
So we're
yes.
going to let's see if we can get a couple more questions before we wrap up.
All
I
right.
know Sasha also, like me, Sasha suffers from sickle cell trait. That's me. That's my story since I was diagnosed. I mean, I was pretty much born with it. So until I had my
Okay.
first um they call it crisis when I was
Hmm.
13 and stuff.
Oh wow.
So she wants to know, do that cause hair loss? Yeah. I'm a bit, yeah,
It causes hair loss, maybe because of medication
yes.
and
The iron
iron
deficiency,
deficiency.
yeah,
Yes, yes. But you
yeah,
still have a lot of hair on your head. So, Sasha, if
yeah,
there's anything to be inspired by, is someone like her who has been through
yeah,
it and is going through it and still has
yeah,
healthy hair and caring for her hair. So,
yeah.
I would be encouraged by just looking at Shola's hair. So,
Thank you.
yeah.
And I manage it. I know,
Mm,
if you have the trait and you're on the high spectrum of it, because there are different spectrums of sickle cell trait. If you're on the
mm,
higher spectrum of it, like I am, if I miss my medication, because I do take
mm.
my iron supplements and all that stuff, I try and eat healthy. If you do miss it and you start doing that, the first thing that comes out is my hair. And I
See?
try not to miss my medication. I try to hit a healthier balance. I try to exercise, do anything that will
Mm-hmm.
help reduce that. And we also talk about hair loss in terms of hormones, and also you talk about it in terms of nutrients, in terms of stress, in
Nutrients.
terms
It's
of so many
internal.
factors.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So
So
anything internally attacking your immunity or your body, the
yeah,
hair is one of the first organs to just fall off because it's a superfluous organ,
yeah.
So yeah, it's dead cells basically.
Exactly. So we're going to be
Yeah.
talking about other things in the future. There are some questions that I see here
Yes.
that is not pertaining strictly
So
to
our
hair
topic.
loss,
Okay.
such as, somebody was asking about gray hair, and then somebody was asking about the minoxidil.
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 Let's have our next
Yeah.
episode on minoxidil
Yeah.
because it's very controversial, but I'm seeing it work in my practice but
Okay.
I need to see
Yeah.
exactly how it's working.
Yes,
To what
exactly.
degree? Yes,
And I
yes.
think and I think maybe in the Instagram you can post something
Oh,
like what it
definitely.
is. You
Okay,
can
okay.
post
More information on.
information
Okay,
about it.
okay, I'll do that.
So yeah, so it is on the
An
hour.
hour. Oh my God, our first show.
I
Woohoo. So, guys, I'm actually thinking of making this a podcast as well. So,
Yeah.
we recorded the audio. If you're not someone that is more of a visual person and you want to
Mhm.
go back to this episode, I'm going to try and make sure I upload it and I'll send the details to Shola once it's ready and it's
Yes.
going to be on podcasts. Yes, we
Exactly.
have a podcast.
So this is exciting. I
I
love
know.
this.
I'm so
I
excited.
Yeah, I love this experience because I love knowledge, because I feel once you have
Yes,
knowledge, you're empowered to do
definitely.
better
Yeah.
for yourself, do better for your hair. I do appreciate everyone that's coming in. So I see Angela was asking a question that she would love to order. Could you please leave this in my message box? Da, da, da. Okay, Angela, you can come. So people want to order. I'll go through and I'll put a link
Okay.
um, to the products. Natural can grow Trichology products. Remember, you can always find the link also in the comment area.
Will there
Um,
be a replay of the video so maybe they can
yeah,
check it
the
out?
video is going to be on. I mean, it's going
Okay,
to be on
okay.
YouTube. This
Oh,
video,
awesome.
once it concludes, it's going to be on Facebook forever. It's also going to be on YouTube for you to see.
Right.
Um, there were other questions. I'm trying to see other questions quickly before we leave. Whichever question anybody ask, let
We
me,
can address it
no,
next in the
I'll
next
address it
episode.
next time.
Yeah.
So just and thank you so much, Dabs. I appreciate
You're
you.
welcome.
And
You
we'll be
are
talking
welcome.
to you more often. And
Yes, yes, yes.
yeah, I'm gonna let you go now so that I can tell them what is coming up tomorrow.
All
Tomorrow.
right.
Yeah.
You're a busy woman. Oh. So
Ah,
thank you guys so much for joining us for our very first
yes.
episode of the War on Hair Loss show.
Yes.
And this is a great platform. Shola is doing so much for the
Thank
community.
you.
And she's a blessing, a true blessing. So
Thank you.
thank you for
Thank
the
you.
platform, Shola. And
Thank
I
you.
look forward to our next episode.
Yay. So thank you everyone. I will
All
see you guys there.
right.
Thanks, Dab.
Okay, bye
Okay,
bye.
bye. So
Bye.
I'm going to let Dab here, just hang in there in the background. So tomorrow, what is going on tomorrow? Tomorrow we're going to be doing a big Q&A session. Come along with your questions about your hair. We're going to be doing this only on the Facebook page. So if you're not following us on Discovery Natural on Facebook, you want to follow us, right? Because tomorrow on the Facebook page, Discovery Natural, I'll be bringing in two wonderful women. One person, I'm sure you guys are not surprised with, is African hair. And our username is Facebook page is Grow Africa Hair Long. She is a fabulous, wonderful lady. You can check out our Facebook page. And yeah, Joanne, she's amazing, amazing, amazing. So the next person that we're also going to bring on tomorrow will be Ivado. If you've been coming live with me, you know Ivado. She's always on my live chat. And right now I even see her. I see you, Ivado. She's all the way from Sweden. Grow African Hair Long is from Germany, but Ivado is from Sweden, and both are African descent. And Ivado specializes on Ayurvedic hair treatment. I talk a lot about Ayurvedic hair and how it helps with your scalp health, your hair health, and they are going to show you like great wealth of knowledge, of information. So please don't miss out tomorrow, 12 p.m. Central Time, lunch break. Okay. So I hope to see you guys there, and I will be answering more questions there with them. Thank you so much, everyone. I appreciate you guys. I'm not going to take much of your time, and I'll see you in tomorrow's live chat. Don't miss it. It's going to be on Facebook. So follow us on Facebook, Discovery Natural. And don't be late. Take care, guys. Bye. Love you guys. Mwah. Take care, guys. Bye. And it's party time. It's my daughter's birthday. So party, party, party. Okay. Bye, guys.